Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, off screen, and it's been a while since I reviewed The Walking Dead show, but as promised, I'm here to give you my thoughts on Season 11, Part 2, which is episodes 9 to 16. Two announcements though before we get into this. In case you missed it, Halloween, both the original and the 2018 Flaw vs. Awe videos are both up and posted, as well as Scream. Love all three of those, check them out. And my comic, Doomsday Kingdom, issue 5 and 6 are a little delayed, so if you haven't heard and you want to get some orders in, you can go to the website, doomsdaykingdom.com. We are going to print soon, but you have a little window left open. Now, let's get into The Walking Dead with a bit of a recap. What did we get in almost 8 hours worth of The Walking Dead?
Call me Gabriel.
11:09, as a premiere, of course, it starts with a bang. Finishing off, the Reaper fight. The storm back at Alexandria isn't even worth mentioning, except for this shot. Now, the fight takes place inside some basic-looking cement block hallway, and then outside it looks like the same rundown location they filmed at least a dozen times already. It might not be the same, but it looks like the same. The best line in the episode is from Negan, straight up telling Maggie to kill them all. I love that.
You know what I think.
And then Maggie has a Rick moment and attempts to eliminate loose ends. Dig that as well. Alden's dead, and apparently as a zombie, he doesn't like finger meat. The zombie should be trying to bite at anything that's flesh, you know? Don't give me this beautiful, poetic, she's sad and reaches out for his face bullshit. No. Treat the zombies with some respect. Yeah, bye Maggie's fingers. You just fucking lost them because you're an idiot. Negan chooses to leave before Maggie changes her mind after witnessing her. Oh yeah. That's decent, I like it. And then we get this desperate and gimmicky time jump cliffhanger with Maggie versus a Commonwealth Daryl soldier. Please, just come on. We know where this isn't going. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
11:10 kicks off inside the Commonwealth.
Hey.
It's been a few weeks or a few months, and we have a cool haunted house, and I like this idea. I like the look of our survivors back in something that resembles the real world. The rest is pretty blah. I mean, Carol is observant, we catch up with everybody. Daryl and Rosita are training to be soldiers in the Commonwealth, which is 50,000 strong, and all our characters are living and or working just feet away from the governor. All the main players, by the way, like the leaders, conveniently, they're either security, they're wait staff, reporters. I mean, wow, they are laying it on thick. And are there any other community leaders? I mean, the comic had this problem as well, where they said 50,000, they showed us some grandiose images kind of hinting at it. It doesn't feel like this community is 50,000 strong. There's no districts. I mean, it seems ridiculously small for 50K. Oh, and the citizens are big mad, but they hide it. 11:11. We get a cool zombie kill. I'm down for that. Eugene got dumped. She was also a spy. Apparently that's important. It's not. This episode sucks. And it's conveniently cringe how dumb the genius is when the writers can't write tricking a genius.
I just feel for that one twice!
Oh, now he meets the real radio girl. Who cares? I mean, writers, do you not realize this means you wasted our time just to do this love story all over again? 11:12. Governor Pamela Milton visits Alexandria, Oceanside, Hilltop. She hears about the incredible leaders. Deanna? Georgie? I mean, Georgie was on screen for like 3 minutes and then gave Maggie a book, but nothing about Rick. What? No rich stories about the walls coming down in Alexandria, the fight with the wolves, the war with the saviors, the battle with the whispers. Nothing? Just whatever. Fucking die slow, Walking Dead. Die slow. I do like how Daryl falling in line convinces Maggie to pass on the deal. Oh, and by the way, some random people leave the hilltop. No, please, don't go. Episode 1113 overdoses on that time jump gimmick that they're doing. And they use this to create short points of insta reveals. Now this is where they cheat the system by creating a mystery and then suddenly a reveal and act like it's a big deal. Yet again, the landscape is basic treenery. We got the same woods and we got the same poorly lit cement brick wall building. Yes, these are literally supposed to be two different buildings. They look the same and they're so boring looking, visually dull and shitty. They just found like an abandoned building somewhere wherever they film. It's probably the same real life building and they're doing them on different floors. Holy shit, now that I think about it, fighting with the Reapers? We'll do that on floor number 3 inside. Oh, fighting with these warlords. We'll do that on the first floor and the 4th floor. Oh, and Negan is here. The end. Seriously though, boring plot about guns that no one cares about, with a new group that no one cares about, all while we already have multiple groups that no one cares about. The actors are really making this one more entertaining than it ought to be. I'm not even kidding you. Gabe had this awesome line.
Because your plan is shit, and I don't want to die.
Aaron is fantastic, and we get 2 awesome cameos from the one guy who was in the new Ozarks TV show or season. And then an icon who was frickin' Kyle Reese in Terminator, and he was Hicks in Aliens. Michael Biehn. Hell yes.
I agree.
Episode 1114 continues stretching money used on the new boring location to fight with the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
They rushed this Negan versus Glenn's son scene. If you love it, you love it. Speaking of the budget, they form a plan to recklessly put Aaron and Gabriel's lives in harm's way just so the ambush can be sound effects that you hear off screen. Doesn't that sound like something really cool just went down? A lot of killing, an ambush, something exciting? Nope, it's off screen. Why? Because we only have the budget for this building and this rooftop that we're going to use in 3 separate episodes. This rooftop is not interesting enough to use in 3 separate episodes, and it is like the highlight of the episodes. Holy fuck, give this show more money. Lydia had a really good line though. I like that.
They just want to swallow up other communities. They're like the Whispers. They just wear different masks.
Meanwhile, Daryl and Rosita are forced to nut up and gut up for Sebastian to go loot money from a house. Holy shit, besides a few wonky edits, this is actually cool. And it works great to show the destruction of a pampered elite abusing their position and privilege, like the little piece of shit that he is. Carol gets Mercer because Daryl is late. Great setup earlier on in the episode, and they show up, and this lets Mercer see everything firsthand. There's a girl there, and her dumbass gets killed. It's off screen and clunky. I don't care that she died, but the way they did it was like, oh no, I'm stuck on a zombie. And then everyone fights. It's kind of badass. And they just look down and she's like, pretty dead. I'm making my sleeping face and I'm all fucked up. How did you die that fast? Zombies bit you. What? It still looks like bad CGI, but they even Photoshop a little movement of the head here. If you ever done Photoshop, you can see how they did it. It's actually kind of silly. Forget about that. Once we get outside, and forget about this boring ass location. Holy shit, what's with the locations in this show? Anyway, Mercer puts these 2 asshole soldiers in early retirement, and I fucking love that moment. Probably my favorite moment of season 11, part 2. Mercer is one of the best characters to come from the Commonwealth. Oh yeah, and Leah is the one that stole the guns. Ooh, what a mystery there. You really had us, writers. Yeah, you really had us going.
Good stuff.
Episode 1115. We are in the woods again. And a correction from earlier, a 4th episode using this location. Lance believes the guns are at the hilltop, so they search. Insert some bullshit tension here if you're either drunk, high, stupid, or a little bit of all 3. But why is it bullshit, right? Because this.
I'll be damned. Perfect fit.
No, not that. Lance's character and actor is fantastic. I love him. This.
or we will shoot.
Back off!
Time to drop the guns before something really fucking bad happens.
There's Maggie and Daryl with guns versus almost 20 soldiers, fully armed. Lance could have died, I'll give you that. But he knows Daryl and Maggie are not suicidal. Lance had the upper hand the entire time, and he made up his mind he was going to kill Daryl and kill Maggie. From this moment forward, they were dead. So why in the world did he not say, okay, never mind, it's all fine, and then when they walked away, he ordered his soldiers to just massacre everybody?
I'll even let you back down.
The budget sucks dick. All we see is Daryl and Maggie with guns. That's it. And then you got Elijah, no cool mask, no, but he's just using his two balled up fists to hold the guy to the wall. Other than that, Glenn's son's hat, maybe, is the closest weapon they got. You know, that's their best backup. This is so fucking dumb. Now, Daryl's F-bomb is cool. I didn't miss it. But he goes back with the Commonwealth after threatening Lance? Are you kidding me? And what's up with the soldiers not having any interaction with Daryl at all? I mean, even Negan talked with other Whisperer grunts. They even snuck him food. Daryl works, trains, and travels with these guys for months, and we never see a single interaction here. That is lazy as shit. And Lance, by the way, at the end of the episode, suddenly, without explanation, his soldiers run up and they go, yeah, we got a lead, and they find Leah, who stole the guns. They're in the woods. Yet again, they surround a tent in the woods and they witness Leah enter said tent. So they approach the tent to get the drop on Leah. When they look inside, she's gone. She's a fucking magician, apparently. So they didn't see her sneak out the back. I mean, the way they film it, they act as if, oh no, she snuck out the back door. Writers, that is when it's a house and it is so big, the person on the front of the house can't see the back of the house. But when you're staring at a tent and you can see left, right, front, back, center, all around it because it's a fucking tent. Did she crawl on the ground? Did she army crawl? Don't forget, Lance is on the opposite side. They have the tent surrounded. It's a fucking tent, god damn it. You can't sneak out the back door of a fucking tent when you have it surrounded. We're not gonna notice she magically disappears out of a fucking tent? Oh my god, where is she? She must have snuck out the back. Sir, I can look over the tent and see everything. Episode 1116, the finale. We get bugs. Why bugs? Why even ask at this point? But since Angela Kang is here, she's gonna tell us. Showrunner, Angela Kang, tell us why bugs.
I think for our heroes, this overwhelming sound is part of like what makes things complicated because it makes it harder to hear Leah coming, for example.
Oh, okay. That's actually cool. I love that. So it makes it harder to hear. You guys know I always knock The Walking Dead because they make this traveling in the woods sound like walking on pillows. You don't ever hear walkers. You don't ever hear your enemy. This is awesome. They use nature. Oh, wait a minute. No one told the fucking sound editor because the bugs are quiet during the fight scene. Oh, and so are their footsteps, apparently. I don't know if it's as bad as several armed and trained Commonwealth soldiers getting defeated by an armed Daryl, an unarmed Father Gabriel, and a partially unarmed Aaron. I welcome the action in this scene, but wow, is this fluff and some serious super thick plot armor. Now, blowing up the hilltop to trap the killers actually had weight to it. I like that. It's convenient how it eliminates the soldiers, only leaving Leah left. That's a budget issue. You're damn right it is. And speaking of Leah, this whole alliance with Lance, they had a really stupid way of doing it. Lance just wanted his guns. He found his guns, but then he wanted to hire this girl. The girl coincidentally wants to also kill Maggie. Oh, ain't that lovely how that worked out? It should have went down like this. Lance is saying, hey, I can use a skilled soldier in my army, and I can offer you a new life in a new community. Get out of the woods and you can start out fresh like the old world. You will thrive in the community that we're from. And Leah says, you know what? I can't. I have this destiny. to get revenge from someone that killed my family. That bitch has to die. And Lance is like, what do you mean bitch has to die? There's no one out here. I mean, the only one out here anywhere close to here is, oh shit. Are you talking about Maggie from the hilltop? You know Maggie from... You know what? I'm gonna make you an even better offer. How about you work for me now? In your first assignment, I'll even throw in a bonus. I'll give you some of my guys, and you can go and take care of that revenge. And then come back and work for me in our community. Yo, he could have even said, it feels like divine intervention. I'm out here looking for my guns to kill Maggie. You stole my guns and you want to kill Maggie? That divine intervention line fits perfectly with Leah's story. That would have been like some clever writer would have put some shit together and I would have been on the edge of my seat like, holy shit, Maggie's in trouble. She pissed off Lance and Lance, looking for his guns, ran into Leah. Wow. I mean, I'm getting excited thinking about what could have been, but instead what we got was bugs. And they forgot the sounds. Let's take a break and go back to the Commonwealth. Although they strung it out over 8 episodes, having multiple people come together with this breaking news that starts shaking up the foundation of what's going on in the Commonwealth as far as leadership, I'm liking that. I don't find most of the story interesting. I like the concept. I think they're spreading some of it thin, but cramming some of it in deep. Now that we got a breather, let's go back to Maggie and Leah with the pew pew. Can't see me, can't see you. I got a boo boo. Peekaboo, this is doo doo. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Apparently, with a gunshot to the leg, Leah carries Maggie's dead weight to her cabin. That's right, her cabin. That's so Daryl can find them, by the way. Yeah, and the writers think they're clever. And if you're gonna sit here and say she did that so Lance knew where to find her, no. Because Lance is tracking them as well. They show that in this scene. Maggie has a spin-off, so the fact that this is in the show and this is actually happening is dumb as hell. Just kick her in the tent already. I do like the fight. I mean, there's no mud, there's no wet white shirts, but it'll do. Oh yeah. And then Daryl kills Lee. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like the finish. Quick, to the point, there's nothing left to say. The end actually feels moving and emotional, and I like the idea of the Commonwealth takeover and the different pieces at play. Although I do find most of the story to be time-wasting fluff, these final moments and the soundtrack, I mean, it slaps. That's a good thing. Now, I watched these episodes after they released. For the first time ever watching The Walking Dead, I binged them back to back over about 2 or 3 days. And it helped a lot. It truly eliminated my frustrations with the filler fluff and the nonsense. It didn't help the locations. I mean, the Walking Dead locations and environmental visuals suck hard. We get the same type of buildings, surrounded by the same type of woods. We get walking on paths in the woods, walking on the roads in the woods, basic interiors with that brick or some, bullshit ripped up drywall. Or they're in one of the communities or the Commonwealth that just looks like a regular community in our world. Episode after episode. The episodes are largely filmed well, and I tell you what, the actors and their charisma and charm, for the most part, they are keeping this afloat. Now, I watched 8 hours, and I enjoyed most of the 1 hour worth of substance. The other 7 hours reminded me of driving with my mother when she wants to take the scenic route. I politely bite my tongue. I might see a cool scene or house or landscape or two, but the whole time in my head, I just hear this ticking of my time being wasted. Now, The Walking Dead isn't trash, but I think it's time to just admit it and accept it. It has become just basic, by the numbers TV. Nothing more, nothing less. You got your previously on, you got your next on. You got your redeemed villain, and you got the environmentals are like the Simpsons clothing. They never fucking change. What am I looking forward to the next 8 episodes, and we'll review those all in one as well? Not much. I think it's going to go pretty much the same, basic. And the ending will most likely not satisfy just because they have so many spin-offs and movies and other junk in the works. it's definitely gonna muddy the waters when it comes to an ending. I mean, hell, we got Marco as a mid-season finale death, so I know YouTubers are still gonna try to do the death predictions. Connie is most likely taking Rick's death if they would, assassinate a female like that, unless Sebastian is mad at her and, fights and struggles with her and, shoves her but doesn't really try to kill her but accidentally kills her because she's the one leading the charge with the newspaper. So she could get a Rick-like death. The majority of the main people, Carol, Daryl, Maggie, Negan, I mean, they're all getting their own spin-offs. The only one that's on the show the longest that's left to kill would be Eugene, Rosita, and Eugene has to do the train. So Rosita's a goner, Connie's a goner. As two females, we need to throw a dude in here. And they already set up, they set up Father Gabriel taking the baby. So yeah, I'm gonna say Connie, Rosita, and I don't want to say Aaron's a dead man, but I'm gonna throw him in there. Aaron, Connie, and Rosita. Those are my 3 picks. All right, thoughts and opinions down below. That's all I got.